Welcome everyone! In this video, I'm going to present you to MAKIRA, and in particular our invoice solution. In this demo, I'll show you how we handle an invoice with a purchase order reference. The invoice will also have a price variance and a quantity variance. We'll be using the SAP ECC system. Here is an overview of the process. First, our vendor creates and sends an invoice with a reference to a purchase order. It's received by MAKIRA Capture, where all data is extracted using MAKIRA Capture's powerful document capture capabilities. This happens automatically. Next, the document is posted with differences in our SAP system. There is one item with a price difference and another item with a quantity difference. The price difference is approved by the cost responsible user, and the quantity difference is approved by the user who created the purchase order. After that, the document is released for payment, and that's it. Let's start the demo. First, I'll be playing the role of the supplier. As a supplier, I've prepared an invoice. The invoice has a purchase order reference and two items. There is a no goods receipt made for the first item, and that means we'll have a quantity difference once the invoice is posted. The amount for the second item is 300 in the purchase order, and in the invoice, it is 500. That means that the second item is going to have a price difference. Now, I just need to send the invoice to a designated email address, and that's all for my part. Meanwhile, MAKIRA Capture finds the email and extracts all the relevant information from it. After that, it sends the data to our external system, and the document is created and posted there because of the perfect match between the invoice and the purchase order. This happens automatically in the background. Next, I'm changing my role to be the Customer Accounts Payable member, and I'm opening SAP GUI. Here, I navigate to Transaction Review to observe what has happened with the document. I filter all the results by today's date. Here is the invoice, and it's posted. We can have a look at it by selecting one of the line items and clicking on the invoice. Here, you can see the original PDF attached, and all the relevant information has been extracted. You can see that the invoice has a payment block, and that's because of the quantity and price blocks. There is a quantity variance on the first item and a price variance on the second item. Now, the responsible users need to approve the differences to release the document for payment. The cost responsible user for the price variance is Max Manager. He receives an email notifying him that this approval is needed. He then simply opens the email and clicks on the provided link. He's taken to his workspace opened in the WDA Approval app, and here is the work item. He can check it, and then he presses Approve. Now, there is another user who is responsible for the quantity variance, and that is the purchase order creator in this case, any approver. She does the same thing. She also receives an email and clicks on the link. Then she's taken to her workspace, and when everything is correct, she presses Approve. When we get back to the document, we can see that the blocks have been released, and the invoice is released for payment. And that concludes our process. And this is the end of our demo. As you can see, handling your invoices can be extremely simple and efficient with MAKIRA. Thank you for watching.